there's a scenario called slip and capture. And what happens was when you're in a heated confrontation, it doesn't matter if you're 25 years old. You reach for your weapon, and you may be reaching for your taser, but you get your handgun, or it can be the opposite. This isn't the first time that someone's been shot with a handgun and thought they were getting a taser.
Well, isn't this
the first time?
Isn't this the basis of the very famous circumstance at Fruitvale Station that became a movie about this very issue? I don't know if my panel saw that film. I did. This is spookily like that and equally as tragic, frankly, although that was especially tragic. That was a kid caught in just the wrong place at the wrong time. But, Sheriff, that's what you're talking about, right?
Yes, but that's just the one that's on video. There's other instances. And also, Dr. Drew, realized that when trained police officers pull their tasers out, they tase each other. And they've trained for this. They pull their handguns out and friendly fire. They get shot with friendly fire, shooting at bad guys. Was this a good shoot? No, it was not. And the guy admitted it. When he yelled, taser, taser, the reason the police do that is so the other policemen that are on the scene will get back because they'll get hit with the taser.
Now,
he shoots the guy. It's a .357 Magnum, which is a short barrel gun. And when you shoot it, they train policemen to shoot tack, tack, twice. Bam, 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 bam. And that way you stay on target. He shot it once. It jumped out of his hand. He's realized that he didn't have the he thought he had the taser. Is it a good shoot? No. Should the guy be there? That'll be up to the courts because this is going to last quite some time. And the gentleman was shot, and he is now deceased. It looks as though they got plenty of film to view this, and everybody's going to second-guess it. Not a good shoot, and I think everybody in America knows that.
Thank you, Sheriff. I appreciate you helping us understand this. It's also been reported that Mr. Harris himself said he was on PCP. It could explain some of the struggling on the ground. Take a look at this, though.
Mr. Harris was under the influence of PCP.
I'm sorry, do you have the toxicology report?
Nope, we have his admission to 2 IMSA medics. They asked him what he had taken, and he said he had used PCP before this event took place.
Publicly, in front of the world, apologize for going on national and worldwide television and telling them that they heard Eric Harris yell out, "I'm on PCP." This just horrible situation is going to be about what a corrupt sheriff's office does after a bad shooting.
Anahita, is that fair to call the sheriff's office corrupt?
I don't think we have enough evidence to make that claim yet, Dr. Drew. We don't know all the facts, but I can tell you that what makes this the most egregious part of this, I should say, is the fact that this officer drew his weapon at the time that this guy was already subdued. He was on the floor. He was being held down by the other officers. So I agree with what Crystal said, that obviously it's never good to run away from the police. You should not resist arrest because then you are risking your life. But I don't think he was risking being shot accidentally by an officer who thought he was tasing him.
Yes, I'm certain this guy was no angel. I'm certain it was scary to be around him when he was being subdued. But this is getting troubling. There's something going on here. And I'm beginning to think that it's the black and white, and I don't mean black and white in the sense of race. I think black and white in terms of good guy and bad guy is becoming so ingrained in people's thinking in law enforcement that the people they're charged to serve are feeling as though they're under assault, or being victimized. And I don't know, it feels like there needs to be a little philosophical change. I don't know how to do it. I'm not an expert in law enforcement, but we're watching this time and again on television, and race plays a role. Let's not pretend it doesn't, but it seems like a bigger issue here. And maybe it'll evolve as time goes on what we need to do here. It's not clear to me yet.